Hi, y'all. Y'all know I don't like intros, but we're gonna talk about pick-me's, why I'm single because of pick-me's, how it's dangerous. We could talk about marriage maybe a little bit, but I want to talk about it. So, I'm Nia, my channel, because if you're not watching videos in sequence, I understand and I get it. So, what's up? It's me. But pick me behavior is so dangerous, and we know that. I found out what a pick me was this year, and I realized a lot of my friends or ex friends were pick me's, and I'm glad that I am not associating with them. And honestly, getting off of Instagram helps too because there's a lot of pick me's on Instagram. But here we are, and we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to be comfortable. Okay, so how I feel about pick me's is y'all already know I don't like them. And a pick me woman is basically any woman, and no, it could be a person. Let's say that a pick me is somebody who is going to put a man, usually it's a man first, and let a man do whatever, cheat on them, disrespect them, extreme disrespect, and then say at the end of the day, it's a woman's fault. It's a woman's fault. It's not their fault, but it's a woman's fault. They're gonna coddle a man, especially a black man. They're gonna coddle him down while he ain't got nothing to give. And I'm glad I wasn't a pick me, but I learned and grown out of thinking, oh, to have sincerity and to be like, you know what, empathetic to men that don't do nothing with themselves. Empathetic to men that literally disrespect women. Just because they're not disrespecting me in my eyes, but they are. I would say I've grown a lot and I'm happy about that. Like, I wasn't the type of person to be like, I'm gonna make a man my boyfriend just because I want to have a boyfriend. Let's get into that because that's happened to me. Like, I've had a female friend, which is unfortunate, be such a pick me. A couple of them. I remember when she was talking to me about all the serious situations that have happened with her boyfriend, who was an older dude, Haitian, just toxic. Like, and not because he was Haitian, but I'm just saying, like, the environment and the attitude he had was just so bad, and physicality, like, it was bad. And she confided in me, which was great, like, whatever. But I want to say how she had picked me, like, vibes because she was talking to me about terrible things he's done. And I said, hey, when I was talking to this person, because they were Haitian, I said, when I had a little situation with this person, they did something like that, and I had to let him go. I said, I can't do that, you know? And she was like, but he was my boyfriend. I'm like, okay, so we're doing that now. So titles. We're doing that now. Titles make a difference in what you will accept from a man. If he's your boyfriend or your husband, you're going to let him do what he wants. But if he is just a hookup or a situationship, he can just do what he like. No, girl. That's when you could step up more. Like, no. And I just was listening to this girl speak. There was a girl who was literally saying, there are men out here willing to drink your bathwater and treat you correctly and not let you go and be afraid of letting you go so much. Which I've seen too. Like, one of my friends, she let's bring it up, she's Haitian and her parents are Haitian. Oh my God, her dad, in my opinion, from what I see, loves her mother. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's beautiful, old school love. Like, it's just cute. It's just cute. He looks at her like, anything you do turns me on. Anything you do is good for me. Anything you do is perfect. Like, and I'm not talking about what Instagram tries to sell you. I'm talking about real love that they don't show you, and they take Polaroid pictures and keep that. Like, that type of love. That's what I like. The type of love where literally you out to dinner and he knows what meal you want, he knows how you want it, he has all eyes on you, he's obsessed with you. That's the man you deserve. I don't know how many times I could say that once I learned that. That's the man you deserve. You don't deserve the man that's making you question your worth and question if he's cheating and say to you he is cheating, which I've had friends literally tell me. I was like, what the? He's my boyfriend though. Girl, get your pick me self together and pull it together. You got kids. Like, it's just crazy. I'm like, what? Like, ladies, what are we doing? So, anyway, so I had a little funny moment, but I'm just like, it's It's interesting and sad to me that in the black community, I'm specifically going to talk, we accept, I guess they call them Pookie and Ray Rays, but I'm just going to say men that don't do shit. I'm sorry, you two, but they just don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. And a lot of women are not taking the correct precautions to protect themselves, such as birth control, contraceptives, any form of protection to not have a kid with these men. Just out here, oh, if I have a kid with him, he's gonna love me. And that's what all the baby mamas and rapper baby mamas are doing. Please stop looking up to them. I'm so tired. A lot of people be like, leave these women alone. Leave these women alone. Y'all are bullying black women. No, because y'all sit up there and y'all bully black women that don't have a lot of money, that aren't educated like me. Let's say me, you bully women just like me that are literally figuring life out, doing their own things, minding their business too. You bully women like that don't clout chase, women that don't shine all this jewelry and all this and the cars and the clothes. Y'all bully women like that and call them they're not a black boss, but then y'all worship women like Cardi B. Nastiest woman I ever seen in my life. Y'all worship these baby mothers. And all these other baby mothers, I don't even know the name of. Like, I can't even remember one name. I mean, Flo Millie, like, I can't even remember one name. That's why I'm like, y'all so mean to Asian doll. I have respect for her. The fact that she said, I'm not going to let you have a baby on me, even though we got our thing. And I definitely do feel that it was the one for him, but he was just a bad guy. Like, he was a bad guy. He was a bad guy. And that's not acceptable for her to stick around for that. And she didn't, which is just like Quad from Married to Medicine. Whether this new guy's good or not, it does say something about a person when they say, you are disgusting, you are so bad. I don't care if you have a ring on my finger. I don't care if we live together. I don't care if I'm not having a baby by you. That takes a lot of pride. And that takes a lot of strength and beauty to really be like, I'm not going to let you mess up my womb. A lot of women don't have that strength right now, and that's because of what has been promoted. What is being promoted is being a baby mother, being a pick me. It's being promoted. And there's situations that I don't account for. Like, y'all know, I don't want to say it, but are and all, we're not throwing those in there. And also, there's another video I want to make about adoption. What's a woman who adopted a baby? Is she a baby mother? No, she's legitimately a mother. Like, she chose to be a mother, and I honor that with my soul. That is beautiful. I ain't saying all women that adopt children are correct. There's some crazy stories, but what I'm saying is we forget about that too. You just go out there and you look at somebody and you're like, oh, you have a kid. The dad's not here or whatever. The other parent's not here. Your baby mother. Please account for women that adopted as well. Single women that just decided, I want to love and raise a baby. I want to do that right now. I'm doing it. I want to love this person. I am taking them on for the rest of my life. I did not birth them, but I'm going to cherish them. And not all situations are the same. I'm not saying that sometimes crazy people out there, but I'm just saying, please have some respect for those mothers. Please. Because those are a different situation than the pick-me's out here. Total different situation. But yeah, like, I feel like pick-me's also put women in harm's way. I've had that happen. There was a situation where I basically blacked out. It was my first time going out and blacking out, and basically drank too much, mixed drinks, but also, who knows, I don't know if I was slipped anything, but I think it was just mixing drinks. It was my first time, because I don't know, well, maybe somebody slipped something, because I don't know, that's never happened to me again. So I don't know what happened, but what I do know is that, what's her name? I can't say it, but you know who you are and you're out there. She kept taking me out. Like, I'm a pretty girl. And I would get us into like clubs and stuff. And it was always like that when we went out. Like, she would just use me to like go into clubs and stuff, and it was very frustrating. I got to a point where like I would be like, no, like she would show me, literally, like she would tell me to turn around so that they could see me. It was a lot. It was so bad. I don't want to get into it on YouTube, but it was really bad. And after the last time I went out with her was when I blacked out. And I'm learning. I'm really thinking about that night, and that's never happened again. Yes, I was a lightweight. It was the beginning of my drinking days, but that's never happened again. I never blacked out a day in my life again. Never blacked out ever again. Never had that moment of like I don't remember what happened last night. It takes a lot for me to get to the moment where I don't remember what happened last night. Maybe glimpses or something, but it takes a lot to get me there. So I feel like yes I have a tolerance, but anyways, I'm just saying it could have been something that happened or couldn't that happened to my drink, but still the point is that at that moment when she noticed that I was not right, she should have said, "Hey, we were with two dudes." She should have said, "Hey, I'm gonna take my girl home. She not feeling too well. She a little out of it. We're gonna go home." But instead, do you know what she did? And she still thinks she's a good friend till this day. She continued to go out with me. I had no clue that after the first bar we were at, we went to another place. I was like, what? She's telling me, yeah, we went to another place and like they told you had to leave because you were falling asleep. And I was like, why? I'm like, how did my ID even get out of my wallet? And she said she helped me like show my ID at the door. And yeah. So this is I'm talking about a very triggering situation. So I'm sorry, you guys, but I want to talk about, and I was like probably like 21 at the time. I'm 27 now. So a long time ago. Um, no one touched me. Nothing happened. I'm okay, which is great. Like nothing happened, but still, it was like a moment where I was like, wow. And luckily, I had my mother. I threw up in her car and everything, which is good. It's karma. Like I threw up in her car that night, and it was just like literally. That's why I'm like, yeah, I think it was just alcohol poisoning. I threw up in her car, and then I was like, call my mom. So she called my mom. I remember glimpses like that. I remember when I started to sober up. Let me say, I remember like glimpses. And she was still with the dude. She came with a dude. The dude came with another dude, and she always rolled like that, which I didn't like either. And if she's watching this, I guess we won't be friends because I really need to talk about your pick me ass. Like you always did that. You always had like whenever you went out, it was always like there was a dude for you and a dude for me, and I didn't even ask for that dude. Like I didn't care. And it was just like I was like it was like she would go out, and this is what I'm saying, pick me's are dangerous. She would go out, invite me, and then be like, oh, I have a guy coming and he's bringing a friend. And I'm like, why is he bringing a friend? Like, and then you as a woman, it's an annoying experience. I've dealt with it. You just talking to this man you don't know, which is her friend, and they trying to do stuff and you're not with it, which I've never done. I have not done that. I have not had a friend who has a man and brings their friend and does what they want with you. I have not done that. I'm good. I'm straight. Thankfully. Could have been in serious situations, but I'm all right. I don't go out with that friend no more. Um, and basically, I just want to give that scenario because it's a real pick me situation. She was so concerned and so I want to be out with this guy. I want to do this with this guy that she forgot about me and no, she didn't care. She said she's really pretty. A lot of men like her. I'm going to use her to get into these clubs and do this and that. And she can, leverage the guy she was with being happy because his boy could be happy with like a beautiful girl. And that's not right. She put me in so much danger that night. I could have been, if she wasn't a good friend, I could have been on the street or behind a jail cell. Like, I think about that night. Like, she was a good friend, as in, I'm gonna be decent and take you back home to your mom. But she was still, she should have took me home. That's why I'm like, throw up wouldn't have gotten your car if you took me home after the first club and you noticed I wasn't right. And her response was, you're a grown woman the next morning. She said, you're a grown woman. It was my first time going out like that. It was my first time drinking like that. It was my first time. And it was scary. Like, it was scary. So I'm telling this story because I want you to be aware of how dangerous it is to have pick me friends. I was like in my earliest 20s, so that was a time, like, I didn't party, but that was my first time, and it was like, I'm just happy I'm okay. I'm happy I had a mother that was just like, you all right? You good? She took care of me. She laughed. She was like, girl, you don't remember what happened last night? She was like, you was crying. You was on the toilet throwing up. Like, she was just like, girl, get yourself together. Don't ever do that again. But she was happy that I was home. I had one earring in. I had my dress on. I was in the bed. Like, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. But with that being said, I never did that again. I never trusted her with my drinks. I never trusted her when we go out. I, I still don't trust her. And she knows, if she's watching, she knows who she is. If you want to give me a call and say some stuff, say some stuff. But no, you know who you are. And that was pick me behavior. That's why I'm saying it's dangerous having pick me friends. And because of that moment, though, I learned the lesson and I never did that again. I don't trust anybody. I only trust my best friend. And we still don't even go out like that. We spend our money elsewhere. But still, it's like I've had friends to invite me out to things and I see the place or acquaintances. I see the place and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you just want to show me off." Like I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like no. And I want y'all to understand that there are people who want to show you off out in the clubs and all these places, get you, you know, and then get you, some Diddy stuff. And it's dangerous. I'm happy I'm okay after that night. Who know like I said, who knows what could have happened to me? Like I know nothing happened. I was not violated, nothing like that. That did not happen. But still, it was like, and that's the thing with me. I am a sleepy girl. I just fall asleep, which is dangerous though, because you never know people out there. But I'm just saying that's why I'm like I only drink around my very very close friends, and I don't drink a lot, but I drink around my close friends. Like I fall asleep. I'm not the type to get angry, sad, mad. I fall asleep. That's just who I am. So the fact that I was falling asleep at a location, and I had the signs. I had to have the signs that I was passing out or falling asleep before I even got in the door. But this girl said to me, I helped you get your ID out. And I was like, if you had to do that, you should have took me home. You should have took me home. There should have been no, we're going to the next location with these men. Like, but that's pick me behavior. Pick me's do that. They will sacrifice anyone for a man, including their children, including their best friend, their sister, their mother. They will sacrifice anyone for a man, and it's dangerous. You see the signs of somebody being a pick me. If she says, "Hey, I'm about to go out. I got my man, and he got a friend." Run. Cause who said you want to be with his friend? No, that's pick me behavior. What are we out here pimping? Like what? No. Ew. So just be careful with these pick me friends. They really could mess up your psyche and everything too. I no longer associate with those people, but still I feel bad for them because I wanted to be a good friend to them. But I will never forget, like, no. No. I see the way you act when it comes to men and how you are willing to put yourself at risk and others. Our safety. I only get one life that I know of, and you're willing to risk it all for this dingy Pookie and Ray Ray? Like, are you serious? You need love. And it's crazy because people want to be like, oh well, she doesn't have a dad in her. No, the women I'm talking about, literally, almost all pick me friends that I've had have a mom and dad. like that's the crazy part. Like, y'all have two parents and y'all are the pick me's. Like, interesting, huh? Interesting, you guys. So yeah, don't listen to what people say. Live your life how you want, and don't let pick me women inspire you to be as evil as them. Because there's a lot. I always bring up Jocelyn Hernandez, like how she takes, in my opinion, the pain that she had and the suffering she had, and she makes other women go through it for her joy and entertainment, and labels it as I'm helping them. She's not. She's not. She's taking her pain and suffering and endorsing it through other people for fun. She's not helping them. Because if she could help them, she would keep them out of the strip club. But she won't. There's people like that are like, I endure pain, you have to endure pain too. That is the mob mentality. That is crab in a barrel mentality. That's just it. We don't need that. We're smarter than that. Y'all know this. You on my channel, we're smarter than this. You know that. So yeah, pick me behavior is very dangerous. I definitely am happy that that's not me. I'm in a really good spot. I love being single. I don't put up with no BS. I've actually been attracting good people now. Like, it's crazy. Once you stop searching and getting all that BS and this and that, like, all of a sudden, love and happiness and sweet and kind people just come to you. Like, it feels good. It feels, and they come to you for being you, not being a profile on an app. So don't worry about these pick me's. See the signs, know the signs, get away from them, move on. Feel bad for them, but don't stay too close to them. Let them be, somebody you know, but don't stay too close to them. And that's it. Don't let it don't let these women tell you you're doing the wrong things in life and this is why you're single. Because you're single, you are doing you, you are happy, you are joyous, prosperous, and at the end of the day, they're willing to settle and be with someone who is going to disrespect them for the sake of saying, I have a boyfriend, which is giving men so much power. You're giving men a lot of power. I'm a goddess. I'm not. No, no. A man that wants to be with you is legit going to scrub the ground for you. Don't listen to these women out here. Oh, I gotta just work harder. I gotta do better. I gotta exploit myself more. I gotta please him more. I gotta. The grooming is crazy. The manipulation is crazy. Like, please see the signs. Please see the signs and just leave. There's so many people out there. Like, why do y'all think, like, this is it? This is not it. This is not it. And I want to say another thing with pick me, settling for trash is what is allowing men to be trash. A lot of us women are accessible on the internet and we're settling for trash, and it's allowing men to be trash because they know she just wants a guy that's going to do this. Let me do this real quickly because we all ain't shit. We all ain't shit, so we're gonna do this real quickly and then we're gonna show her we still ain't shit. Like, that's what it is. It's one of those situations, and I just feel like I'd rather be alone. I'd rather let love find me. I'm not being a pick me because it does not benefit me, especially as a black woman. Risking my womb for who? For what? Why are we doing that? Like, no, make it make sense. I'm like not doing that. But pick me's are awful. Don't let them put you down. That's all I gotta say. I want to wrap this up because I am tired. I know y'all getting tired of this video, but I'm glad I got to share my story. Please, I hope that it was not too triggering for you. Please put a 1 down in the comments if you watched the whole thing, but or a heart. But I definitely want to say that I learned from that. I hope you hearing that story, you learned from that. I'm okay. I'm very fortunate that nothing drastic happened besides me throwing up in her car, but still, pick me women. That was a moment. Like, this term wasn't being used back then too much, but or at all. But that's what that was. Like, she was being a pick me, and she's like, no, I'm gonna stay here with these men. I want this to be my man. I'll do anything for this to be my man. Forget you. Forget what maybe they slipped in your drink. Forget that. We're gonna go to the next spot where he wanna go. We wanna keep going out instead of taking you home. Learn from that, okay? Learn from that. Never talk to that person again. Learn from that. Bye, y'all.